let's start by congratulating you. How do you feel?
Thank you.
That award?
I feel elated. AMVCA is one of the most prestigious platform in the whole of Africa. So winning AMVCA is a huge one for my brand. So I feel elated.
Okay, the movie that got you that best in the universe. Can you tell us about that movie?
No, Alubarika.
Alubarika. Okay, can you tell us and then the situation behind it?
Okay, the movie is Alubarika, and the movie was scripted and produced by myself. And I took the movie to cinema. The movie was screened across nation at last year, October. So actors like Gabriel Afolayan played the lead role, Femi Adebayo, Yewande Adekoye, Abukumi Oluwashina, Taiwo Ibikunle, Tobiloba Ibrahim, among others, plays a major role in the movie.
Okay, writing.
Okay.
Producing. How did it start?
Okay, writing I'll start from writing, because before movie production was writing. Writing started from a tender age. I started writing from age 13. I'm the only female among, I have 5 siblings and they are all male. So growing up was tough. My dad was strict and he doesn't allow he doesn't allow his children to play around. So being the female, it was a tough one. So I'm always alone. So when I was alone, I have high imaginative mind. So from my imaginative mind, I started writing down. I just noticed I started writing. So from there, I developed the skill, and I told my dad about it. I wrote my first story. So when he saw it, my dad was not learned, but when I explained the situation behind the story I wrote, and he said, I have to talk like my dad. He said, Ale shesi we kalomata, and just like that we started. So writing for me started from age 13. So I started producing because I want my write-ups to get more audience. So I felt it would be better if I start making my writings into movie production. It will get to more audience than me writing and publishing books. In this era, how many people still go to the bookstore to get books? But I believe if I can make movies and I put my movies in platforms that people will be able to watch, so that is my write-up will get to more audience. So in search for my write-up to get to more audience, I dwell into filmmaking in the year 2016 with the movie titled Iluminera. Iluminera was my debut. So that was how the whole movie production started. And after Iluminera, I did not relent my efforts. I made another movie titled Tita Bilibayi. After Tita Bilibayi, I made another movie titled Dalemo. After Dalemo, I made another movie titled Oworonke. After Oworonke, I wanted to do something that would be better than what I've done before. So I did the movie Alubarika that won AMVCA Best Indigenous Language Movie Yoruba.
When your name was mentioned as the winner of that category, what comes to your mind?
Well, what comes to my mind was that I didn't expected it. When I saw the category, I was happy because I felt, my movie. But I never have it in my mind for once that I can win or I will win. The nomination alone was a big hit for my brand because I don't act, I don't appear in my movie. I'm not a camera person. I'm very, very camera shy. I can only pose for pictures. So I like to be behind the scene. I like to take my all to write my movies and go all out to source for fund to produce my movie. So the nomination alone, I felt, oh, finally the recognition is now there. So if I want to write anyone or any organization that I need their assistance in my movie production, I can easily include it at Amvca nominee 2020. So the nomination alone, I was contented with the nomination alone. I never felt I can win.
All right, ma'am. What is the inspiration behind the story Alubarika?
The inspiration behind the story Alubarika was the last conversation I had with my dad of his blessed memory. I lost my dad 13 years ago. I'm the only female, and I'm so close to my dad. So he was driving me down to school. He was driving me down to Lasso. So at Igondo bus stop, he saw plenty people, and he felt I like to quote him, and if I want to quote him, I like to speak my indigenous language. So he said, Oga Okirakita Odola. He now looked at me and he said, Yewande show mo pe tí ẹ̀dá bá rí Alubarika ọjọ́ kan gbà nílé ayé ó tó ẹ̀dá jẹ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ayé ẹ̀dá. And me, he used to mention that I'm always attentive. I'm always, when you are talking, I take time to listen very well to what you are saying, because I feel because I'm a writer, so I feel I might get inspired by anything you say. Anything can come up and I might get inspired and I can turn it to a story. So when he said that, I was dazed. I said, Alubarika Ojoko? He said, yes. And I said, but kí ni ìtumọ̀ Alubarika Ojoko? He said, bóyá tó bá padà dé. Because then I'll go to school for a month. So probably the last weekend in the month I'll come back home. So that particular conversation was the last conversation I had with my dad. He died the next weekend. So I did not want to forget about that conversation. So I wrote our journey from Ikotun, because I grew up in Ikotun. So our journey from Ikotun to Lasso Ojo Road that day, I wrote everything down in a book. So each time I remember my dad, I go back to that book to read everything he said that day. So that's what Alubarika Ojoko keep coming to my brain for good 13 years. And I've been looking for what I can write about Alubarika Ojoko. I searched for it for 13 years. Ilu Ominira came. I wrote Ilu Ominira. I made it into a movie which went well. Many people love Ilu Ominira. So each time I miss my dad, I go back to the book. I read that stuff, and I keep imagining that what could Alubarika Ojoko means, until when I got answered to Alubarika Ojoko. So I took out my time. I wrote the story, and I did the casting. And thank God to the cast and crew of Alubarika. I'm forever grateful. And that was how I had to dedicate the award to them on the stage. It's not that I cannot dedicate the award to my dad, which he was the source of the inspiration, but I've received many awards and I've dedicated it to him. But so many things happened when I was shooting Alubarika. But my cast and crew went out of their way, did all sorts to encourage me, that they know that I'm an abstract person and they don't want to discourage me. So that's how I dedicated the award to them.
I learned you don't stay in Nigeria. You're not staying here.
No, I based in Nigeria.
So, how did you find producing in Nigeria? Did you find it's easy or difficult compared to where you're coming from?
No, I stay in Nigeria.
Okay, I thought you based in Nigeria.
No, I don't base in Nigeria. I don't base abroad. I base in Nigeria.
Okay, how did you find producing?
Movie production is not easy. I do tell people this. Many will send DMs to me. Many will send messages to me in all social media platforms that they want to start making movies. They want to start producing. I tell them filmmaking is as a process, and you have to go through it. You can't just come from nowhere and feel you want to start producing. In my own case, I am blessed with many good people around. I give credit when needed. I don't hide credits. If you do anything for me in my way of success, I'll always remember you. So I'm the type that learn fast. I learn fast, and that is why I don't act. I believe because I don't act, I've taken out time to learn so many things, and I do series of online filmmaking stuff. to improve myself, so that my last production won't be better than the one I'm doing. I want any production I'm embarking on to be better than the last production. So filmmaking is not a day job. It is not easy. Filmmaking goes beyond, we're on the set of whatever, we're doing this. It goes beyond that. There's more to filmmaking.
Okay. As a writer and a producer, which of your production has been a challenge to you?
Like I said earlier, I'm an abstract person. I like big concept. I don't limit my concept, because assuming I want to appear in my movie, I will always write story that will be centered around me. Probably I write a story around a married woman that is bold, that wants to address something in the society. But because I don't even write story to favor myself, so I write stories that can touch lives. I like to make statements with my stories. I don't like people to just watch my film and feel, okay, it's one of those movies. I like to make movie and people watch it and they can relate with whatever I'm trying to pass across in the movie.
Okay, this
now, out of the movie you produced, which you not really hit the nail, which of the movie is a challenge to you, that you find so challenging?
Alubarika is so challenging. From the scripts, from writing the scripts, since the day I conceived the concept of Alubarika, at each stages of production, I faced different challenges. And because I didn't shoot Alubarika for, let me just shoot Yoruba movie. I want to shoot a movie that will cut across. Not to cut across to English word, fine, but I want to shoot a movie that will reach more audience. I wanted to take that risk and take a step of taking my movie to the cinema. It is not easy for you to make movie that will be cinema standard. So from the concept, I knew the concept was different. So I tried to shoot something that is different and I took it to the cinemas.
Alright, now let me now take your profile. This is going to be my last question. Sorry, we are taking your time. Who is Yewande? Tell us. Yewande, I'm sorry. Tell us your name, where you are from, your growing up, your background, educational background, all that.
Okay. Yewande Famakin is sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, I was born in Mushin, Lagos, and I grew up in Ikotun, Lagos. I attended CIMIC High School at Ikotun, Lagos. I graduated I went to Adeni Obusaya College of Education for my NC because my dad have always wanted me to be a teacher. So which I love and I respect him a whole lot. I had to do that for him. After that, I went to LASU. I had issues when I was in LASU because my dad died. I couldn't continue. So I had to pick up a degree program, a distant learning degree program in the then UNAD. So I graduated with economics education in UNAD. So that is my educational background.
So what do you expect from Yewande?
Well, because Alubarika, I only took it to the cinemas and took the bold step of submitting it for Amvca. It is not on YouTube. It is not on any platform yet. So I would like to work on how many can see the movie Alubarika and see the reason Alubarika won Best Indigenous Language Movie Amvca 2020. So I like to work on that, and I like to expand my brand. I need that growth. I've been looking for sponsors. I've been doing everything on my own and with the support of the people that the Lord have blessed me with. So I want to expand my brand and get more sponsors that can come on board to help the brand Yewande Famakin. I know with the platform now, I can write any organization and they will take me serious because I don't have a face. There is no face behind the name. When I write to any organization, they give me, we don't know you. That has been one of my top challenge It has been. I knew an organization that it's not that they cannot sponsor me during Alubarika, but I wrote to so many organizations. They are like, we don't know you. We don't even. Who are you? When I mentioned the movies I've made, they said they know the movie, and I now said I'm the producer. So what do you want from us? They don't know. They don't know the face. Many only know the name. That Yewande Famakin. Okay, you write and you produce. They might Google my name, or they ask for my Instagram and I give them. They feel okay. We'll get back to you. That will get back to you. They only keep raising my hope. You know, it has been tough. Sourcing for funds have not been easy, but we thank God. Grace has found us finally.
So, what movie that brought it to a limelight?
Of course, it is Alubarika. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last concern.
Okay.
Okay. You still have to.
With the celebration of this Amvca and all that. Okay, is Yewande Famakin looking forward to going into acting field, or you just want to stay in your writing and camera, producing and writing stuff?
Yes, I will focus more in my writing skills. I will focus more in making good movies. I want to be in that particular place and keep winning. It's not necessary for me to, I know I'm beautiful, many do tell me.
Yes.
So it is not necessary for me to be in your faces like, okay, she's now acting. It's not necessary. I'll just register the name Yewande Famakin. When any movie is coming out from Yewande Famakin, don't worry, it will always be the best.